Well, what a sight this is. The colour, the choreography, the camaraderie. The fans have pulled out all the stops to make this a monumental occasion. Well, colour and passion just oozing from the stands here. These fans love their football, and we're about to be dished up a feast of it. There's the whistle, and here we go.
I think it's only right for me to respectfully acknowledge Fabio Cannavaro as being a little giant.
Yeah, not the tallest of centre-halves, but... Ibrahimovic! Oh, the ball's run loose here. Kubasi. It's Pedri. Araujo. Well, that was a period of possession which carried just about no threat at all. And he welcomes it in. Guardiola. And it's Pedri. And Balde. Rijkaard. He's picked his way through. Rijkaard. And here's Ibrahimovic. Ibrahimovic touches it back.
That's good pressure. It gave him no other choice.
Whatever he had in mind, that was not it. And it's Serginho. Now it's Ibrahimovic. Anything, Jim, to pick out of these early exchanges?
Well, I think both teams probably feel it's too early for either to start taking real risks. So they're still very much in a phase of testing the waters and sizing each other up.
Good take, and is he in? Van Basten finds himself offside. Rijkaard. Goes looking wide. But it is clear to see that he is not at all happy with that.
Well, that's down to a simple miscalculation. No more, no less.
Played back into the centre. And here's Ibrahimovic.
Well, that was well positioned and well pinched. They can't hurt with their backs to goal.
Van Basten. Not the most convincing of passes. Pedri. Tries to pass it through. Challenge just a bit on the firm side. Neither side yet able to find the net. Oh, well played, well sorted out. Maldini. Looking for options for movement. Chiellini calmly anticipates. And it's Azar. Pedri. Rijkaard. Now it's Rui Costa.
If they want to counter, they could do with more speed.
Well, played right into his path. And the finish! It's loose, and there's a race for the ball. Messi, a player who needs no introduction. Hazard is onto it in a flash. Pedri. Aimed beyond the defence. Messi. Cross flung in towards the middle. Forward tracking back like that, always appreciated by the crowd.
He's dealt with that very well, Peter. It's a real show of discipline.
He has found the way through. Pinches it off him. Araujo.
Are certainly playing with an intense focus in executing their plan.
Ibrahimovic. Chance, surely! Glorious! A finish of true class! That is so good, such sharp skills, and such a delicious finish.
Yeah, he gets top marks for that finish. I honestly thought his odds weren't that good.
So the first goal of the game.
Yeah, and just as the manager's been reminding his players, this is the time where they can't afford to let their focus slip.
Araujo. And it's Guardiola. Milan leading then, courtesy of the goal scored late in the first half here. 1-0 the score. Played into space out wide. That's a decent clearance. Cafu. Pull it. Nicely weighted ball. He's in plenty of space here. Oh, that's fabulous. And that's played in low. And it's claimed by the keeper. Can he spark a counter here? Pedri. Looking to play him in. Araujo has it out wide and in space. Here comes the cross. And the referee brings the first half to a close. A very combative, competitive half with just the one decisive moment. It's been compelling stuff.
On the evidence of what we've seen, they're worth their lead. There was genuine intensity and purpose behind what they brought to the game. I think they'll want a strong start just after the break, though, to force the issue that bit more.
Milan are in a pretty decent position after 45 minutes. 1-0 to the good. And if you have just joined us, well, we've just begun the second period here.
Milan definitely want to carry on in a similar manner, although I would exercise some caution, Peter. You wouldn't want to leave yourself open in the early minutes trying to kill this off.
Oh, it's a promising build-up, this. Plenty of really nice passing. There's a beautiful simplicity about this contest. Willing running on one side, dogged defence on the other. That's going to go a long way. And they're quick to get it back. Nedved. Rijkaard. Passes coming off in quick succession here. Pedri.
Have beautifully policed that midfield. The opposition have been handcuffed.
Serginho. Rijkaard is the distributor-in-chief, always looking for movers. Still just a single goal between the sides. Oh, he's found support out wide. Defending of the desperate variety. Spread neatly. Big header! Didn't quite get enough on that.
I thought the wing work was A1. The defending and finishing was anything but.
Barcelona with the corner, they're first. Thuram gets it away. Nedved plays the game a step ahead of almost anyone. Lovely pass, but can he get there?
Well, it's definitely the right attitude and application, Peter. They've got to keep pushing.
They're coming again and again.
You know, the interest value in this game might just take off from here. Well, it's a move of great promise, but will it really prove productive?
Maldini is there, and he can get that clear. And that was nowhere near his best. So, Jim, what are you thinking?
Well, this lead is beginning to look a little delicate. I'd rather see them show the ambition and adventure to go further ahead. But it seems as if they settle for a riskier approach now to defend this.
Barcelona are looking to play on the counter here, aren't they?
Well, I think it's pretty clear they've changed their shape, certainly when defending at least, because they've got to be ready to hit them hard on the counter-attack, and that seems to be the plan.
Ibrahimovic does have his name on the score sheet, of course. And here's Azar. Rui Costa. Pau Kubasi promptly onto that, and that is that. Looking for the run. Serginho providing an outlet on that flank. The referee has resisted the temptation to go to his pocket. It's just a stern lecture.
Well, he was the one player you had to keep away from the area. Not the best way to do it, though.
It's a good 30, 35 yards out, this. So who is the target now? He's having a look at what's available.
Numero 14, Ibrahimovic. Numero 7, lasciano il campo per il numero 13, Ronaldinho. Il numero 9, Filippo Inzaghi.
That was travelling.
Attenzione, una sostituzione.
Some resolute defending there. Kaka. Pull it. That is good alertness.
They may end up with some regret with this tactic, but you have to admire their commitment to goals.
He's a sharp little ball here. Still just that single goal and we are nearly done. Oh, he's going to be disappointed with that. Araujo. And it's Guardiola. Oh, good read.
That was well played, well stopped.
Oh, there's a probing ball. Pull it. And now the breakaway. I think we're just about done here. And he's picked it up out wide. He's got away. Crossed into the box. Cleared without hesitation.
This usually is the time teams go into conservation mode.
Pau Kubasi kept aware, and it is reclaimed easily. No, that's been intercepted. Ribery. And that will be the final act. Milan have held on. They have doggedly, sometimes frantically, preserved the tightest of leads. Your final thoughts, Jim?
Well, that was a hard-fought win with a defensive masterclass. They backed up their goal with a resilience that was first class.
So many thanks to Jim Beglin. That's all we have time for. Good evening to you. So bring it on. Hype, expectation, emotion. The game yet to kick off. The excitement already palpable.
Against Milan.
Well, the stage is set for a stirring showdown here. The supporters in great voice, and there's a real sense of anticipation in the air. Game on. Well, if you did just miss it, we are up and running already.
The midfield three, Peter, I think are going to be key in this lineup because it's a very expansive system.
Ibrahimovic! And the header is disappointing in the end.
Well, you see what a difference it makes to have so many runners into the box. Makes life so much harder for that defence. Size really matters, and it's time to make it matter now.
He rises! Well, that wasn't too dissimilar to the previous attempt.
Milan really have stepped it up now. They could have been a bit more greedy and forced the issue.
Well, this is one boy from Croxteth who, so far as club football goes, has achieved just about everything. English football has rested on his broad shoulders for nigh on 2 decades. It is, of course, the modern great that is Wayne Rooney.
Yeah, without question, one of England's all-time finest. His record speaks for itself.
And his face is that of a man who simply cannot accept defeat. During games, he is always laser-focused, and he fights tooth and nail for every win. And it's Rui Costa. Oh, now here's an interesting matchup. Oh, this looks sharp. Vieira. Well seen, saw that coming.
That was well played, well stopped.
Now it's Shevchenko. Nice looking ball. That has been cut short. Milan are applying all the early pressure.
Yeah, whether they've been allowed to set the standards or not, they're setting them, and a goal has to follow.
Now, try to spin that positively. I certainly can't. Looking for the run. Chiellini. Pull it. Distributed tidily. Has a look and plays it forward. Knocks it into space. It's played through for him. Mbappe is sporting a guilty look after that.
Encouraged the pass with an intelligent run, but the pass just lacked pace.
And it's Rijkaard, passing nice and neat. Milan are enjoying the lion's share of possession, but nothing yet to show for it. Bullet constantly looking for the ball into the box. He's through here. He's away. And the shot! Goal! Germany! There is the breakthrough! And that will surely go down as one of the easiest goals he could ever score.
Well, the keeper has every right to have a moan at his defenders for that because they never got tight to the score. Simple as.
Germany have fired themselves in front.
It's so often the case with goal scorers, little influence, and all of a sudden, bang.
For a moment you felt that was going somewhere, but they'll have to go again. Nicely aimed pass. Milan are behind here, despite their domination of possession. And here's Ibrahimovic. Nedved. Now he's got space here. Now that's well seen too. That'll be a corner. And he's heaved it away. Still no way through. The defending here is resolute. Milan have the chance to go the other way. What a throw in. Rui Costa. Rijkaard. That's good running with the ball. And this is Nedved. Knocks it out wide. Cafu in with the challenge. Cafu, just like so many of his contemporaries, is proving very good at driving forward. Cafu is one of the key ingredients in the team's attack. Driving forward. Oh, played right into his path. Well, it looked promising for a moment, but it came to nothing. And it's Serginho. Just 5 minutes left until the break. Pinches it off him. Nedved. Pull it. A probing pass. And he's picked out the run. Can he finish? Oh, that was a brilliant save.
That's very, very good. You can't ask for much more than that.
Corner number 2 then. Now the delivery. And now a sudden chance to counter.
There will be 1 minute added time.
Oh, nicely intercepted. Maldini. And it's Serginho. And the whistle goes for half-time. Well, it's certainly simmered along nicely so far. Just the 1 goal in it, and it's all still very much up for grabs.
It's a dressing room that needs rousing at half-time, because in truth they've not really been at it so far. If the pep talk works, we may see a very different side second half. We need to.
And we're off again.
Milan can really do with some bigger names standing up here. At times they didn't even look as if they knew what they were doing.
Maldini gets over and intercepts. Rijkaard. Oh, good-looking ball. Ibrahimovic. Well, that looked awkward, but he had a good crack at it.
Yeah, it didn't come off, but still very good quick thinking on his part.
Milan have their 3rd corner. He's got tall. No, he didn't quite meet it right. So their 4th corner of the game. Well read, and the danger is averted. And he's cleared it out of harm's way. And it's Serginho. It's gone out for a throw-in. Rui Costa. Well, he's seen that early, used a certain 6th sense. And this is Ibrahimovic. Oh, he's been caught. I think that's offside. Yes, it is. Vieira. Great ball if he can get there. Great chance! They want to be quick to recover this.
I'll tell you, Peter, the keeper owes him big time there. He's lucky his mate was wide awake to that.
Kaká. Shot chance! Gets a good foot in there. Still chasing the game, trailing by 1. Chance here to counter. Now it's Hullet. Nedved. Dealt with nicely by the defence. Played back in, played out wide.
Well, it's definitely the right attitude and application, Peter. They've got to keep pushing.
They're coming again and again.
You know, the interest value in this game might just take off from here.
Now it's Ibrahimovic. Mbappe given the lift of his goal. And here's Rooney. Your impression so far, Jim?
Milan are very much in the game and matching the opposition for chances.
Rui Costa. Good purposeful running this. Oh, can he get onto this? That is good strength. And it's Hullet. Rijkaard is always scanning the pitch for targets. Now that looks a decent ball. He's in a great position here. And this is Shevchenko. And he's running through. Oh, good determined running there, but one back by the defence.
Yeah, the confidence we can admire. The decision-making we can't. He'll learn from it.
And that's been intercepted.
That's great positioning. So good from him.
Rooney. Lovely. Rooney! He has done it! And look what it means to them. This is a position of genuine strength now.
Substitution.
Milan can now introduce the first of their substitutes. Germany are doing very nicely, thank you.
Well, with this kind of authority, Peter, why not push on and totally kill this off?
Well, that defending is unapologetically persistent. It's almost personal, and it had to be.
There's nothing more infuriating for a fan than seeing passing without penetration. They're just stuck in a rut.
Passes coming off in quick succession here. Can he get it through? And he's picked out the run. Cafu.
Milan really have been second best here, second to every ball, and they can't have any complaints about where they are now. The good thing is they haven't given up, but it's not looking favourable. Milan truly seem to be at loggerheads in trying to sort this out. Is it the passing or the move?
He's having a go! Brilliant! Sumptuous finish, an absolute joy! Up by 3. They have their boots on the throats of their foes. Gorgeous, just gorgeous.
That was magnificent. The way he caught it so perfectly, I think he's even managed to surprise himself, Peter.
A case now of complete control.
To be expected, Peter. They've gone and stepped it up, something they've been threatening to do and will continue to do by the looks of it.
Look at the space here. Now it's Rooney. He won't be happy with that one. Nedved. Hullet. It's a really well-measured ball.
There will be 3 minutes.
Nedved. Milan with a corner and hardly any time left on the clock. They're up to 5 corners now. That's a throw. Thuram could try cutting inside here. Zanetti. Germany clearly now in lead preservation mode. And that is as far as it goes. Milan suffer a humiliating defeat, and if that weren't painful enough, there's all the analysis and scrutiny to come. It was a poor show all round.
Just a quick announcement.
So what do you take away? The noise is just about reaching a crescendo here as these two sides get ready to lock horns. This is football at its finest. The San Siro for nigh on a century, Milan's power base, the ultimate status symbol of their glorious history. Well, if you did just miss it, we are up and running already. What are you making of this formation, Jim Beglin?
Well, the formation that was once the staple diet of the Italian game and still holds its place. To be honest, Peter, had I gone on to be a coach, this would have been my preferred setup. I think it can service many different approaches, and it could add numbers quite quickly at either end of the pitch. With the right talent, this can be a thriving structure.
And here's Ibrahimovic. Can he get it through? There's the shot! Great build-up. It all deserved a better ending.
He did well there, held his run enough to ensure he didn't stray offside. Size really matters, and it's time to make it matter now.
Climbs up big! That's a half-decent try.
There's a player below, Peter, that I admire on a professional and personal level, the one and only Raul.
He's just out on his own for consistency.
Indeed, and a terrific leader. Talent has to be backed up by hard work and tenacity, and he leads by example, hence the respect he commands.
Chiellini. Milan are applying all the early pressure.
Yeah, whether they've been allowed to set the standards or not, they're setting them, and a goal has to follow.
And that's a simple one for the keeper. Showing great feet there. Rijkaard looking to penetrate opposition lines. So it is still 0-0. That's been slipped through. Shot a goal!
And he was there to get a vital touch. Really anticipated that well, didn't he? That's just playing it safe and simple.
Milan have the chance to go the other way. And it's Thuram. He has found the way through. Incoming delivery. He gets big. Oh, crossbar! Goal! Milan! Sharp, simple, satisfying. He just knew what was on.
Yeah, he showed great reactions there. Right place, right time, easy pickings.
Milan have fired themselves in front.
Yeah, but I think they all know too well that things are far from done here, and while there's never a good time to be caught out, you definitely don't want it to be now.
Otto. He's found a way past. Nedved. He's got away. Swings in across. Lovely pass, but can he get there? He might be in here! He's through, and he shoots! He's beaten the keeper, but hit the post! Oh, good steal, he just read it. Serginho going full tilt down the left. Doué is a player who barely needs an invitation to shoot. Now it's Hullet.
It's a decent chance to counter-attack.
He's found a way through. Oh, he's played it in low. That's a decent clearance.
Milan really are making good use of that right-hand side. The light is very much the colour green. Look, it's the width that's providing this momentum.
And the shot! Oh, terrific save from the keeper.
Yeah, he was well placed to deal with that.
And if you have just joined us, still just one goal between them. 1-0 the score. Hullet unable to make it happen for all his good intentions. And reclaimed it in a trice. Nedved in acres of space out wide. Baresi clears it away. Oh, good-looking ball. He's had a fair tumble under that challenge.
They've been denied a chance to develop any rhythm in the passing department.
And the keeper's given it away. He's shifting through the gears here. Havertz.
Milan really should be happy to let this half run out now and go again second.
Nedved. Rijkaard. And it's Nedved. It's Hullet. Those looking wide.
You can never be short of runners into space, as long as the space left behind is filled.
Havertz producing a good steal there, showing a good level of alertness. Pass somewhat off target. Rui Costa. Milan have got it back and they'll have another go. Havertz. And it's Xabi Alonso. And we've reached half-time. There's been no shortage of industry or intent thus far. A little inspiration and inventiveness, perhaps the only things lacking.
Yeah, I like the fact that there was a genuine flow to this game, as well as intent. But I can't help feeling that their efforts deserved that little bit more.
Milan are 1-0 up at half-time, and it's all to play for.
Signore e signori, facciamo gli auguri a un membro del nostro fan club che oggi festeggia l'anniversario di matrimonio.
Whistle goes, and we start the second half. A solitary goal, that has been the crucial difference. Goes for a shot! Oh, the keeper's done ever so well.
Ibrahimovic clearly thought he had the beating of the keeper.
Milan have their second corner now. Oh, a few ironic cheers tell the story. And that has gone straight into touch. Milan upping the intensity here, having lost possession.
Yeah, it's actually very good pressing. They want it back as quickly as they can get it, and they're hunting in packs to do just that.
Good to watch.
It really is. It's rugged and robust, but it still needs plenty of intelligence and teamwork. Well, that might be the first time they've gone long, Peter. They've clearly been told to try something different.
And this is Ibrahimovic. He is just caressing the ball. Ibrahimovic. Rijkaard is the distributor-in-chief, always looking for movers. Xavi Alonso. Odo. And it's Nedved. Now, can they get him away? Well, that's been cut out, well played. Great vision. He's in plenty of space here. Doué. No, again, there's no way through. Driving on and making good progress. He shifted it to the flank.
L'affluenza di quest'oggi
Oh, what a ball!
7 spettatori.
Looking to play him in.
Well, it seems as if he's just had a momentary lapse and slipped into tunnel vision, because he had good options around him and he failed to get his head up.
Pinches it off him. And it's Rui Costa. Neither of these two want to come off second best. Well, the runner's been sold a little bit short there.
Milan clearly should have gone for the easier pass. Now they'll have to quickly regroup.
Ah, he's given it away. Oh, shooting chance! And he hits the net. AC Milan are all square. An opportunist strike, but he'll take it. He will own it.
The keeper deserves some sympathy there. He may not have seen that until too late.
Milan grab the equaliser, and we're all square.
Well, this is to be expected, Peter. When you've got two strong teams of fairly equal standing, the outcome should all come down to finishing.
Chance! He's done very well to get to that.
Really looked sharp there, didn't he? That's very well played.
Corner number 2 then. Maldini gets it away. And now a sudden chance to counter. Serginho. Rui Costa conjures time and space where few can. Just a quarter of an hour to play. That has ended up in no man's land. And that's been won straight back.
Concentration levels are very good, and so is the commitment. This game could yet yield a winner.
And that interception was most necessary.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
And this is Ibrahimovic. Serginho could try cutting inside here. The ball has bounced loose now. Out for a throw.
Sostituzione per il Milan. Numero 7, numero 24, numero 29. Lasciano il campo.
This is intriguing. Next goal critical.
It's a very open game and an exciting watch. There are no signs of nerves or caginess from either team. This pitch is go-for-it territory right now.
Now it's Rui Costa. Nice bit of skill, and he's away. Maldini. Oh, good read.
That was well played, well stopped.
He won't be happy with that one. Played back in. Xavi Alonso.
I think we might be done here, Peter. I don't see there being enough time for them to try again.
Oh, well played, well sorted out. And that's been intercepted.
He read that really well and stopped it.
And that pass just didn't quite work. Well, the ball just didn't work out for the run that he made.
Milan clearly didn't help themselves by telegraphing that one.
Gets his head on it! And that's caused a worry or two.
Oh, that's really clever body movement to get the keeper to commit. And having done the hard part, that's hard to believe.
Nicely spread. Tries to pass it through. Good read, needed to be. So that's it. It is all over. A good watch, a really good watch. Both sides toiling to try and outthink, outsmart each other. But it wasn't.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Selamat sore, selamat datang di channel Rans Gaming 27 channel. Kita sore hari ini coba push divisi 3 ke divisi 2 lagi, teman-teman. Welcome yang udah join ke channel gue. Enjoy the show.
The noise is just about reaching a crescendo here as these two sides get ready to lock horns. This is football at its finest. And the mood is boisterous. It is a perfect ambience for the central characters who are ready now to perform. And already we're underway here. And the history of this fixture tells us always to expect the unexpected.
Now there's a player with a silky pass and a steely tackle.
Xabi Alonso.
Yeah, a midfielder renowned for his tremendous array of passes while offering his defence a solid shielding presence too.
Players don't come a whole lot better in his position, do they?
Not really, and not many can boast the same quality of performance either, Peter.
Oh, it's a promising build-up, this. Plenty of really nice passing. And he was alert to it. Baresi makes the interception. And here's Rui Costa. Milan looking to pass their way through. Kukçu. Raul, Xabi Alonso, Thuram, and it's Hullet. Played out to the left flank. Howson. It is early, but the game hasn't yet sparked into life. Now Howson. And it's Robertson. Kukçu. Howson. For Xabi Alonso. And it's Kukçu. Robertson. More and more pressure on the ball here. Aimed beyond the defence. Oh, well cut out. No margin for error there at all.
Yeah, I've had a quick review of what we've seen so far, and I can confirm we're in a shot-free zone.
Xabi Alonso. Foot in. Maldini producing a good steal there, showing a good level of alertness. That is very well defended. Vieira conjures time and space where few can. And that pass just didn't quite work. Rijkaard is always looking to break lines. Played out towards the right wing. Passing is crisp and sharp. Neither of these two want to come off second best. Well, the defence just about came out on top, but they were certainly tested. Looking to play him in. Cross from Robertson. Abiati deals with that nice and simple. Serginho. Hullet. Nedved. Rijkaard. Oh, now here's an interesting matchup. Stood up well to him there. That's a good ball out wide. Now here's the delivery. Vieira. Irwin. And that interception was most necessary.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
Baresi. Kukçu. That's Vieira. Kukçu. And it's Robertson. Xavi Alonso. Well, a goal here would be the ultimate pick-me-up just before the break. Pass somewhat off target. Played towards the other side.
Good ball, that too.
Rijkaard. Irwin. Here's Vieira. Great vision. And he's being shifted off it. Rijkaard. Thuram. Thuram is offering some sort of an apology there.
Well, that's down to a simple miscalculation. No more, no less.
Now it's Rui Costa. Nedved gets into some space. Quality ball. Raul. Well seen. Saw that coming. Rui Costa. And the whistle goes for half-time. A decent enough half, but neither side able to get on the score sheet. Time for some fresh ideas in the second period, perhaps. Reflections on the first half?
Well, it's been nothing but frustration, really, Peter. I think the team as a whole has to take more risks, but they really need to up their quality too.
Well, the players definitely know they're in a derby. More of the same to come after the break, you can be sure of that. So we are still where we were at the beginning. It is 0-0 at the break. And we are back underway.
Milan really are going to need to improve in a hurry if they don't want to fall behind here. Upping the intensity and the tempo will be their starting point.
Maldini. Oh, that pass isn't the best. Xavi Alonso. Oh, nicely intercepted. Well, quality clearly deserted him at the crucial moment.
Encouraged the pass with an intelligent run, but the pass just lacked pace.
Played back into the centre. Rijkaard. Milan finding their passes. Robertson is always looking to play quality balls. Not getting too much time on the ball here, that is good pressing. Rijkaard. And it's Vieira. Ball played for Kukçu. Xavi Alonso. Well, into the second half, and it's still goalless. And it's Xavi Alonso. Oh, good read. Well, that tackle was certainly sturdy. Pull it. Kukçu. Irwin. Can he get it through? And he's on big chance! And the keeper has reacted superbly there.
This is why he's so highly regarded. Absolutely fantastic. Size really matters, and it's time to make it matter now.
And into the grateful arms of the keeper.
Is that the first time we've seen them try that? It's definitely given the opposition a little more to think about.
Very little to report from an attacking perspective. Jim, it's a cagey old game.
Yeah, I think it's a scoreline in keeping with what we've seen up to this point. Combined attempts at goal aren't high in numbers, and we could do with something to spark this contest into life.
And it's Nedved. Good take, and is he in? It's Nedved!
Well, the keeper seemed to go into study mode then, and he's read it beautifully.
Pullet can be a real threat inside the box. Some really good ball movement. Nedved.
Whatever happens, that's the kind of movement which raises hope.
Ibrahimovic. That has ended up in no man's land. Rijkaard. Raul is a player who barely needs an invitation to shoot. Irwin. And it's Kukçu. Thinks about the shot. And it's Vieira. This might spell danger. Baresi gets good distance on it. It's Xabi Alonso. And it's Vieira. And here's Raul. It's come through and he's had a quick look inside. And that is out of play.
Sostituzione per l'Inter. Numero 22, numero 15, numero 8, Xabi Alonso. Lasciano il campo per il numero 10.
Lofted in, he gets big!
Il numero 23.
Good try, the outcome could so easily have been different.
Yeah, I think he's going to be a bit disappointed with that, Peter. You would have fancied him to at least hit the target.
Maldini. Back into the middle. Oh, that's sweet, almost telepathic. That's a lovely, neat pass.
Concentration levels are very good, and so is the commitment. This game could yet yield a winner. Look, this is so frustrating. Passing without any end product is just passing time.
Looking for options for movement. Massaro! They want to be quick to recover this. Oh, he's been caught napping. Vitinha. The ball goes in.
I think we might be done here, Peter. I don't see there being enough time for them to try again.
And that's been intercepted.
He read that really well and stopped it.
And that interception was most necessary.
That was well played, well stopped. Well, they shouldn't be dawdling at this stage. They need to get the ball in the mixer, and quickly.
Massaro. Kaka. Taken back almost at once. And that's it. Frustration, exasperation, vexation, certainly from an attacking perspective. Neither side able to make an... The noise is just about reaching a crescendo here as these two sides get ready to lock horns. This is football at its finest. There's nothing quite like match day, especially here. This crowd doesn't do ordinary, and we should be in for something very special.
So that's got things underway. So, Jim, tell me this, who are you looking for in particular here?
I would say this guy, Ronald Araujo. You have a real defender's defender in him, Peter. And he may not be the best with the ball at his feet, but he's very disciplined, he's quick, he's strong. When strikers get a kick out of scoring a goal, he gets a kick out of making a good tackle. That's what he loves, defending. So keep an eye on that.
No argument from me on that front. It's easy to see how his presence alone affects both sides. Oh, easy pickings there. Lovely pass, but can he get there? Threads one in. Can he get onto this? He's found a way through. Oh, he's played it in low. A reprieve, albeit perhaps momentary. Rijkaard. A mixture of good defending and indecisive passing. No progress. Chiesa picks it up out wide. Gavi. And that is out and behind. It's a good block.
Size really matters, and it's time to make it matter now.
Punched away. Neither of these two want to come off second best. Cross from Chiesa. It has been a rather gentle affair so far. Hullet driving forward. That's a good ball out wide.
They need to play this quicker in transitions like this.
Just eases him off the ball. And now they can clear their line. Ibrahimovic! Still goalless. Oh, well played, well sorted out. Just ruffled a few. He's had a shot! He's delivered all right! The breakthrough strike! There was no getting to that, no getting to it at all. Expertly done.
He had the whole picture in his head, Peter. He didn't even look at the goalkeeper.
So the first moment of real significance.
It's so often the case with goal scorers, little influence, and all of a sudden, bang.
And he's quick to get it clear again. And it's Hullet. That has been slung wide.
Ibrahimovic really needed to concentrate on protecting the ball. Then again, he was being very closely marshalled.
Rui Costa.
Well, I wouldn't quite advise they should resort to risk-taking at this stage. There's plenty of time left yet.
Nedved. Rijkaard is the distributor-in-chief, always looking for movers. Milan are behind here, despite their domination of possession. Gavi. Neatly clipped into space. Bellingham. Aviati claims comfortable. Well, there was an element of promise insofar as they kept the ball well, but they did very little with it. Oh, that's wonderful alertness. Odo. Nedved. Rijkaard. Well, it looked promising for a moment, but it came to nothing. Gavi! A collective sigh of relief from the defence.
Milan certainly could do with a positive spell for the remainder of this half, just to set the tone for what's to come.
Rijkaard is offering some sort of an apology there.
Yeah, he just didn't seem to get enough on the pass, Peter, did he?
Rijkaard. That's Maldini. Rui Costa conjures time and space where few can. Odo. And he's forced to go back. Rijkaard. And it's Rijkaard. And he's there to make the challenge. And this is Ibrahimovic. Real chance! Brilliant! Oh, it really is a finish of the highest order. AC Milan are all square. And that is about as cool as they come. He picked his spot expertly.
Just way too good, Peter. The keeper was never going to stop it.
Can he finish? And that's what you call inspired goalkeeping.
Yeah, he was well placed to deal with that.
That is good pressure, just hounded him off it. Oh, good read.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
That's a little off target. Well seen, saw that coming. And it's half-time here. So it's all squared. Neither side has been able to make a telling difference, but it hasn't been for the lack of trying. How would you review the first half?
Well, I think the manager should be pretty happy that his side managed to come in on level terms. Things seem to be going a little against them, but they stemmed the tide, got their equaliser, and I think we're in for an exciting second half now.
So in they come for the break with nothing to separate them. The score 1-1. So once again, we're underway. Rijkaard. Bellingham. Chiesa is someone with real dynamite in his boots. Chiesa will not want to lose out here, not against this opponent. Knocks it into space.
That's just playing it safe and simple.
Chiesa. While facing up to his adversary, this is a formidable matchup. And Araujo. Great pressure, plenty of it. Oh, he's going to be disappointed with that. And it's Gavi. Can he get it through? Chance for a shot! And that's caused a worry or two.
Yeah, I think he's going to be a bit disappointed with that, Peter. You would have fancied him to at least hit the target.
Rijkaard. Odo. Passing is crisp and sharp, and that interception was most necessary.
He read that really well and stopped it.
And it's Odo.
Well, Peter, just see here how a lot of the attacking players aren't dropping back anymore.
And that means just one thing, I suppose.
Yeah, they just simply want to engage the counter-attack.
That is ended up in no man's land. All played for Rijkaard. Yamal is, of course, well known for his dancing feet. That's good pressure, good intensity.
Yeah, and if they're going to try and stop him in this fashion, Peter, they're going to really test the referee's patience from here.
Nedved. Deflected behind for a corner kick. Defending of the desperate variety. He's having a go! Always going over the top.
Yeah, but you only need to look across to the sideline to see what one makes of that, Peter.
Shin to shin, bicep to bicep, and he wins out. Serginho. And they're not going to make any further progress now. Aimed beyond the defence. Bullet, whatever he had in mind, that was not it. Oh, now here's an interesting matchup. Nedved looking for options for movement. And this is Bullet. And he's managed to get... Takes a shot! And that would have been some goal.
He's the one player you want on the ball running at defences. And that's precisely why.
Corner number 2 then. Khan breathes a sigh of relief as he gets his hands on the ball. And now they can spring out of defence. And he skips past his man. Maldini makes the interception. Odo. Rijkaard. Bullet. Just about up to 75 minutes. That's a good intervention. That was what he had to make in the face of danger that was growing. And here's Chiesa.
Don't you just love the level of intensity here? Neither is prepared to back down, and to be honest, that's how it should be.
Well, that was a period of possession which carried just about no threat at all. Rijkaard. Pull it. Oh, no joy this time. And it's Gavi. Well, the ball just didn't work out for the run that he made.
Well, everything up to the final pass looked decent. They just couldn't pick out that killer ball.
Not the most accurate pass. And it's Rui Costa. Spread it left. Pull it. He gets big. No way through. Can he finish? Loose ball now, and there's a chase on to retrieve it. This is intriguing. Next goal critical.
Listen, the fans haven't given up on this by any means. They still believe it can be won.
And that's been intercepted.
That's great positioning. So good from him.
Sostituzione per il Milan. Numero
The message is simple: defend this with your lives.
Numero 7, numero 23, numero 44. Oddo. Lasciano il campo per il numero 9, Filippo Inzaghi. Il numero 11, Kaká. Il numero 17.
And he's there to clear it.
Il numero 20, cambio di giocatori.
Van Dijk. Mohamed Salah. Decent chance! Yes, he's done it! Late in the day, this could well be it! Wonderfully smooth, smart and slick.
Well, we could be a little critical of that defence then, but the timing was pretty much perfect.
And very quickly, the substitute made his mark.
That's just as the manager would have seen it, an impact sub.
Well, this is what we've been waiting for. He has a look up. He's got plenty of space out wide here. Time is desperately short now, but it is a corner.
Yeah, and the jostling for position has begun. There's hardly any breathing space in that box.
Sostituzione per il Milan. Numero 8. Viene sostituito con il numero 4.
Mohamed Salah gets it away. Whistle's gone, and they've got themselves a free kick. I think we've got just about enough time for this free kick.
Well, this is his opportunity to make...
Beckham! And it's Nedved. Oh, good read. And that will be it. Well, this was a game they could so easily have won on another day, but alas, that wasn't to be, and they go down. Well, what a scene we have here. There's a real expectant buzz in the stadium, and the players on the pitch are raring to go any minute now. It really is a sight to behold here as Spotify Camp Nou opens its arms to the Barcelona nation, 100,000 plus in unison. And already we're underway here.
Well, Peter, here we have one of the greatest defenders of all time, Alessandro Costa Curta.
Yeah, in a sense, understated, isn't he? Certainly, some would say underrated. He's one of the less glamorous members of the Milanese elite from the 1990s.
Yeah, but ability-wise, I think he was on a par with the rest of...
And Batistuta! It's run loose. Who's going to get there? Rui Costa. Rijkaard. Now it's Rui Costa. Over to the left. Skims one in. Oh, he's caught him there. It's a free kick. Oh, that's well done. Really robust. Now it's Hullet. Hullet. He was under real pressure there. Deep cross. Good read, needed to be. It's not an especially good pass, that. I wonder what you've seen, Jim, over the early moments of the game.
Well, neither side has really grabbed the initiative, I would say. Both must have come in with a view of not making any early mistakes. So we're seeing some conservatism here.
Cafu. Hullet. And it's Nedved. Rijkaard. Threads one in. Maradona. Rijkaard is the team's great visionary. Milan looking to pass their way through. And it's Hullet. He's shifting through the gears here. Real chance! Goal! Milan! And Milan have the lead. Really tidily gathered and ultimately a more than tidy finish.
Well, so often it comes down to that quality on the final pass, and we've got it here, Peter. The defence might want to have a good look at themselves as to how they let it happen.
Milan have penetrated for the first time.
Well, this should allow them to be a bit more expansive, although they'll be wise to be cautious for now.
Now it's Batistuta. Vieira calmly anticipates. Can he get on the end of this? Oh, good read.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
Milan are seeing a lot of the ball and have a 1-0 lead to show for it. Crosses it in. That'll be a corner. And we have our very first corner. And now a sudden chance to counter. Well, that pass isn't the best. Approaching the half-hour mark. Rijkaard. And if you have just joined us, still just one goal between them. And the score is 1-0. That is a brilliant interception. Rui Costa! Rui Costa! Explosive! A finish! finish of true class. A quite incredible spell. They are flying. He gave it plenty and some. Thrashed it in.
I think it was probably past the keeper before he even saw it. Incredible he got so much power with so little backlift.
Milan tries a shot! Maradona. Vieira. Rui Costa. Oh, he had to make that, and he did make it. Batistuta. Tries to pass it through, and he plays one through. He's picked his way through. He slings. Up he goes! And he's following up! It's loose, and there's a race, but this time, surely! No messing about, just bludgeoned away. Cannavaro gets across to intercept that. Serginho. Rijkaard. Haaland tries to play it through, and he's in on goal, and the shot! It's a goal! A goal and a really telling moment. One sweeping move executed with deadly efficiency.
Barcelona are such an adept counter-attacking team. They produced something out of nothing there. A few seconds was all it took for them to convert a defensive situation into a goal, and it's very impressive.
Barcelona get themselves back into contention.
Well, there's a real sense that the momentum has shifted here, Peter, and the crowd are reacting to that now.
Well, that is one way to stop him. Costa Corta with a definite foul there. And that's going to be a booking. And it's Hullet. And the half-time whistle goes. That was a very watchable and entertaining half of football. And it's fair to say that both teams have played their part. Caution certainly not on the agenda here from both sides.
Well, I think the message from the manager at half-time will be pretty simple, Peter. He's going to want them to play at a higher tempo, press more, higher up the pitch, pass quicker, and entice the opposition out of position. He knows how crucial the next goal will be.
Milan are leading by 1 in a finely poised game. It's 2-1 at half-time. So we're just settling back into this second half. And it's claimed by the keeper. Now it's Bale. And that's been intercepted.
That was well played, well stopped.
Ball swung in. Referee's given a throw. And he was alert to it. Now it's Batistuta. Rui Costa. Serginho. And he's managed to get free. Serginho's cross. Easy enough for the goalkeeper. Rijkaard. Beckenbauer. Looking to play him in. And into the grateful arms of the keeper. And here's Maradona. It's Maradona! Sensational! World-class Maradona! A finish right from the top draw. They have hauled themselves right back into it.
And that comes as a very welcome relief. Now let's see who's got what it takes to seize the initiative from here.
Well, there was to be no other outcome.
I think the defence really need to wake up here, Peter. They really shouldn't be getting caught out like that.
This has become one superb game of football.
This is exactly the kind of contest you'd expect when you have so much class from both sides. The next goal is going to be so significant. We're in for an intriguing second half now, contrasting moods that could reverse in a flash.
Bale is always playing with one eye on the spectacular. Well read, nice interception. And that's a good Maradona! And that's what you call inspired goalkeeping.
Really looked sharp there, didn't he? That's very well played. All he needs to do is to place this between the goalposts and basically let them attack it.
Milan are looking to go forward now. And the keeper's got it again. Can he spark a counter here? Now it's Batistuta. Plays a sharp little ball here. Oh, that was vital. Milan perhaps contemplating their next change here. Well, it looked promising for a moment, but it came to nothing. That has ended up in no man's land. Aimed beyond the defence. Rijkaard. And that interception was most necessary.
He read that really well and stopped it.
And it's Nedved. Ball played for Rijkaard. Turns back here, probably the best option. Great vision. He's in space and looking for options.
Well, that has caused disappointment to some, unsurprisingly, and disgust to others. What a waste.
Good take, and is he in? Into the last quarter of an hour. Nice sequence of passes, this. Oh, that's sweet, almost telepathic. And that's played in low. Not the most convincing of passes.
Well, there's no doubt that they want to win this, Peter. They'll have to maintain the energy and dynamism until the very end, though.
Serginho. Serginho, lovely pass, but can he get there? Rui Costa's cross. And it's Bale. Now it's Batistuta. Picked out brilliantly. Crosses it in here. And he's taking no chances there. Ibrahimovic. Looking for options for movement. And this is Hullet. He has found the way through. And he's cut it out. And it's been shipped out wide. Costa Curta.
They'll want to be quick here. It's breakaway time.
Nicked it back promptly.
Well, they shouldn't be dawdling at this stage. They need to get the ball in the mixer and quickly. You can never be short of runners into space, as long as the space left behind is filled. Well, that might be that, Peter. Maybe both sides just going to have to settle for the draw now.
Bale gets into a good position. And that's the keeper's ball. 2 minutes to be added on. Oh, he's been caught on it here. Rui Costa plays the game a step ahead of almost anyone. Oh, that looks a cracking ball. Ibrahimovic. Oh, hang on. Oh, what about that? Late in the day, this could well be it. That's that, the end. What a game, what a show. Both sides robustly going about their business, and that has turned it into quite a spectacle. It's the sort of game after which you feel it's a shame.
The noise is just about reaching a crescendo here as these two sides get ready to lock horns. This is football at its finest.
Milan e Paris Saint-Germain.
Well, the stage is set for a stirring showdown here. The supporters in great voice, and there's a real sense of anticipation in the air. Game on. Well, we're underway. Well, there's one man here who stands head and shoulders above the rest in just about every aspect of the game. It is, of course, Jim, the great Paolo Maldini. Gets his head on it! And that's caused a worry or two.
Ibrahimovic certainly knows that he's missed a real chance there, but he can't dwell on that. He needs to pick himself up and move on.
Serginho. Can he get on the end of this? And it's Serginho. Now it's Ibrahimovic. Chips it through. And this is... Can he finish? And the keeper has reacted superbly there.
Ibrahimovic clearly thought he had the beating of the keeper. Well, look, they know they've got a height advantage, and it's time for them to use it.
And the shot! And that is certainly not what he had in mind. Marquinhos. Zanetti. And it's Marquinhos. Rijkaard. Chiellini gets across to intercept that. Serginho. It's Hullet. Oh no, this does not look good. He's got away. Can he finish? Goal! Paris Saint-Germain! And Paris Saint-Germain take the lead. The movement so precise, the finish sumptuous.
Look, if you want to be effective on the break, then the key element is always pace. That's what really rips defences apart, and it's difficult to find an answer to it when it's applied like that.
So, a breakthrough already. And this is Nedved. Oh, he's played it. Chance! Off the post! Oh, it's gone in!
Well, that's really unfortunate. He'll be kicking himself at the moment, and believe me, I know how that feels.
Well, who saw that coming? It has certainly made things interesting.
Listen, sometimes you need that little bit of luck in games like these.
Midway through the first period, and it's looking quite a game here. This looks promising. Oh, that pass isn't the best. De Bruyne. Passing is crisp and sharp, and that interception was most necessary. And the shot! Oh, surely that deserved better.
Oh, it's very good running, that. You're always going to have chances with that kind of movement.
A probing pass. Serginho. Cross to the back post. Ball is over the line. Rice did well to emerge with the ball. That's a contest to keep an eye on. Oh, that's sweet, almost telepathic. Oh, he shoots! And the keeper's glad to see the back of that.
Well, you can't fault him for his confidence, nor his willingness to have a go at that.
Marquinhos is a man so notably robust and resolute in his defending. Rijkaard. Zanetti. Now Howson.
Marquinhos. Howson. Oh, that is asking for trouble. Strong running down that left flank. Thuram kept his eye on it, and he's there. And it's Ibrahimovic. It's a pretty loose pass. Well, there is a look that says it all. A piercing stare.
Ah, he made it look a bit predictable. Well, it seems as if he's just had a momentary lapse and slipped into tunnel vision, because he had good options around him and he failed to...
And a chance! Oh, that is rather wayward.
I thought it was a really good break. No shortage of pace nor intensity. Exactly what's required when on the counter-attack.
Zanetti. Rijkaard is always looking to break lines. Olise. De Bruyne. Strokes it back.
Modern football for you, and all that pressing.
And he's... Mbappe! Goal! Paris Saint-Germain! And they're back in front. It was a great finish. He put it away with great poise, dead-eye accuracy.
That's just a fabulous, fabulous finish. Anything that close to the frame of the goal, 99 times out of 100, the keeper's not getting there.
So we have a breakthrough. Now how will things develop from here? Now looking to orchestrate a counter. Mbappe receives it in a good position here. And the first half is done. That was a very watchable and entertaining half of football. And it's fair to say that both teams have played their part. Yeah, neither side holding back here. It has been quite a half, this.
Well, I think the message from the manager at half-time will be pretty simple, Peter. He's going to want them to play at a higher tempo, press more, higher up the pitch, pass quicker, and entice the opposition out of position. He knows how crucial the next goal will be.
Invitiamo tutti i tifosi a dare il proprio contributo alla nostra fondazione per l'aiuto alle popolazioni più povere.
Here we go again.
Milan really need to bring up their intensity and rhythm a notch or two, Peter. Just looked a step too slow on everything.
And here's Ibrahimovic. Played back in. Pull it. Rijkaard. And it's Rijkaard. Rui Costa conjures time and space where few can. Another pass just keeps it ticking over. Real chance! Oh, split-second reaction.
That's very, very good. You can't ask for much more than that.
It's their second corner of the game. And now a sudden chance to counter. Serginho cuts out the pass. Rijkaard. Oh, it's a promising build-up, this. Plenty of really nice passing. Rijkaard. Serginho gets into some space.
That's just playing it safe and simple.
Ibrahimovic looking to shake off some unwanted attention.
Yeah, and if they're going to try and stop him in this fashion, Peter, they're going to really test the referee's patience from here.
No, it's come to nothing. And they're not going to make any further progress now. Couldn't squeeze it through. Now it's Mbappe. Mbappe. Good take, and is he in? There's the shot! Good run, lovely take, but that is where it stopped.
Rice deserves a lot of credit for his willingness to make those runs. The passers will always have an option with him.
Engages and forces him off the ball. Nedved hurtling down that right flank. Odo. And it's Thuram. Chiellini. Rui Costa. Hullet. Rui Costa. And it's Rui Costa. Looking for the run. Now that's a fine challenge.
Now there's a great block, if ever there was one.
Back towards the middle. And here's Rui Costa. And this is Ibrahimovic. And the assistant referee has his flag raised for offside.
That's exactly what they need to keep doing. Carry on plugging away, and eventually you might just get that little break.
There is an irresistible, irrepressible look about them here.
I think they just have to keep forcing the issue and they'll get clinical.
Mbappe! Defending. Oh no, what has happened here? Rui Costa. Serginho. And that is as far as they're going to go.
Whatever happens, that's the kind of movement which raises hope.
Well read, and the danger is averted.
Well, he certainly wasn't in the mood to take any risks.
Sostituzione per il Milan. Numero 14, Ibrahimovic. Numero 7.
Half an hour gone in the second half. Great defending, strong and determined. Nedved. Mbappe.
It's the sort of situation that they'll want to capitalise on now. Paris Saint-Germain surely have to be commended for their drive and desire. Most teams would be taking the easier defensive route by now.
Kaká. Drilled in low. Oh, well, that is not a great touch.
Yeah, very careless, and I leave it at that.
Howson. And now they can clear their lines. Rice looking to penetrate opposition lines. Well, it didn't look good for a while, but that was brave defending, and they got away with it.
Oh, that's brilliantly defended, though. It looked destined for a goal. This is a Hollywood or bust corner. The final whistle is up next.
He slid in, and that has raised the temperature on the touchline. Now, can they get it back? Looking to play him in. Otto tries a cross.
Milan really don't have a choice now. They just have to throw everything forward and give themselves a chance to draw level.
Keep the ball and you win the game. It really is that simple. Well seen, saw that coming.
That was well played, well stopped.
And he gets rid in a hurry. Confirmation that there will be 2 minutes stoppage time. Looking for options for movement. Aims beyond the defence. He's having a shot!
Well, he got rid because he was under pressure.
Opts to play it back. That's that, the end. Well, that was intense, an enjoyable contest that either could easily have won. Ultimately... Well, football is, of course, ultimately just a game, but for the next 2 hours, it might not feel like that. The stadium is full of noise and energy. This certainly matters. Colours vivid and vibrant, songs loud and proud. The tone for this game is well and truly set. Things have got underway here pretty promptly.
Well, Peter, there's goalkeepers, and there are great goalkeepers, and then there's Oliver Kahn. He's in a league of his own.
While he is a goalkeeping icon, isn't he? The man famously known as King Khan by some. He's belligerent, he's brazen, but he's utterly brilliant.
And never in a mood to accept failure. There's that body language he's always talking about. No wonder he instills both respect and fear in opponents.
Passes coming off in quick succession here. And this is Drogba. And they're not going to make any further progress now. Oh, good read.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
And it's Ibrahimovic. Passing is crisp and sharp.
Batistuta really needed to concentrate on protecting the ball. Then again, he was being very closely marshalled.
Real chance! And that's what you call inspired goalkeeping.
Yeah, he was well placed to deal with that. Size really matters, and it's time to make it matter now.
Milan are looking to go forward now. And here's Drogba. I wonder what you've seen, Jim, over the early moments of the game.
Well, I think both teams probably feel it's too early for either to start taking real risks. So they're still very much in a phase of...
It's Nedved! He's done very well to get to that.
Nedved really must be thinking what he has to do to score there.
And that was very necessary. First quarter of an hour gone. Rijkaard, and here's Batistuta. And that has been clubbed away. Ball's gone out of play. And it's Maldini. Maldini charging forward down that flank. Kessié. Now it's Drogba. Played into space. Oh, super fine. Hazard! It's off target and by quite a way.
Look, we've all been there. Not that it'll make him feel much better at the moment.
Pinches it off him. No goals as yet. And that's been intercepted.
That was well played, well stopped.
Iniesta. He's in plenty of space here. And he's managed to get free. Climbs up big! And oh, he's got that completely wrong. Rijkaard. Rui Costa. That's good running with the ball. And he's played it back.
They're really getting no time to think on the ball here.
Kimmich's cross. Thuram with the clearance. It's a throw-in. Here comes the cross. Chiellini can get it clear. Hazard. And that interception was most necessary.
He read that really well and stopped it.
And the finish! Goal! Manchester United! Manchester United take the lead. There was no getting to that. No getting to it at all. Expertly done.
That's expertly finished, and he's done that so often.
Manchester United have fired themselves in front.
Well, I guess this ought to make things interesting, Peter. No doubt the opposition will now be forced to play a more open and riskier game.
Oh, that was vital. Hullet. Rui Costa. Tries to play it through. Well, he has slightly undercooked that one.
They should have done a lot better there. The final ball was very poor.
Back into them. Can he finish? Iniesta is flagged offside. Still no way through. The defending here is resolute.
Kessié has quite the footballing brain. He's almost never outsmarted. Kochu's cross. And it's hoisted clear. That's gone for a throw-in. Iniesta, ball driven towards the far post. Kochu receives it in a good position here. It's a mighty effort! Harmlessly behind. Maldini. Well seen, saw that coming.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
Whatever he had in mind, that was not it. In by Ibrahimovic. Nice and easy for the goalkeeper.
Il quarto uomo indica 2 minuti di
Rijkaard
recupero.
is the team's great visionary. And it's Nedved. And this is Batistu, takes a shot! No mistake! AC Milan are all square. The movement so precise, the finish sumptuous.
Milan are such an adept counter-attacking team. They produced something out of nothing there. A few seconds was all it took for them to convert a defensive situation into a goal, and it's very impressive.
Milan grabbed the equaliser, and there's the whistle for half-time. Well, the glass is either half full or half empty. Neither side yet truly to impose themselves, and it's level pegging at half-time. Some first-half thoughts?
Well, I don't think either side will have too much to complain about or worry about, Peter. 1-1 is a fair reflection of the game so far, so it'll be fascinating to see how both teams go about trying to establish a little more control in this second half.
So, all square at half-time, each side matching the other blow for blow at the break. Second period then underway. Now it's Ibrahimovic. Rijkaard. Oh, good read.
That was well played, well stopped.
Van der Ven. Iniesta can so cleverly bypass the press. And it's Ibrahimovic. It's played through for him. Nedved could try cutting inside here. And that's been intercepted.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Iniesta. Shin to shin, bicep to bicep, and he wins out. Tonali. Looking for the run. Now this could be... He's having a shot! And it's a goal!
Boom! There we go, and it couldn't be much better. He was born for the glory he's just managed. The apple on top of the tree.
A momentary lapse, mercilessly exploited. They were absolutely lethal.
Well, Peter, they should just never have lost the ball from there, but you have to give credit and fairness to the front-footed pressing too. Made things quite uncomfortable for them.
Milan get themselves into the lead.
Yeah, I always felt this was coming. There was a clear increase in both intensity and tempo. Now all they need is to try and maintain it.
Looking here to chip it through. Good read, needed to be. A slightly better ball would have led to a very different outcome there.
Well, everything up to the final pass looked decent. They just couldn't pick out that killer ball.
Now it's Ibrahimovic. Maldini. Milan finding their passes. Oh, well played. That has snuffed out the danger. Iniesta goes steaming forward. Iniesta really struggling to influence the game.
He needs a minder, and one of his teammates should be picking up on that, and quickly.
Looking for options for movement. Now it's Batistuta. And that interception was most necessary. Neither of these two want to come off second best. Nicely weighted ball. And the through ball. Oh, good take and a good... Decent chance! Oh, it's fallen kindly here. Oh, nearly, but not quite.
He's never the type to turn down a challenge, is he?
Sostituzione per il Milan. Numero
It's
4.
their second corner of the game.
Numero 8. Lasciano il campo per il numero 23, il numero 11. Kaká.
Header comes in! Fair attempt, just the wrong outcome.
Yeah, I think he's going to be a bit disappointed with that, Peter. You would have fancied him to at least hit the target.
Kimmich. Milan are, of course, in a position to go to the bench should the need arise. And the shot! Oh, full marks for that effort.
Well, that was certainly bold, Peter. He's never short on confidence.
Kaká. And here's Ibrahimovic. It's a really well-measured ball. Cafu. Plays a sharp little ball here. Nedved with... And he shoots! Oh, keep trying, and eventually it might come off.
Oh, they're just unrelenting, Peter. Wave after wave of attacks. Now it's just a matter of making at least one of them count.
Kimmich. That's Rijkaard. Into the last quarter of an hour.
Well, there's plenty to like about this approach. Get your head down, keep battling away, and eventually things might change for you.
Well, he was clearly disappointed with that pass.
Milan clearly didn't help themselves by telegraphing that one. It was always going to be intercepted.
Chance! And it's in! Again, we are level! What a contest!
Well, this is just incredible. I mean, who would have seen this? Neither manager, I think. It's all happening.
And that was as close to certain as can be.
Well, that's really well played, Peter. You have to appreciate the simplicity of it all. A killer pass, perfectly delivered.
This is quite a battle.
Well, at this stage, Peter, it's going to come down to how badly they want to win this.
Sostituzione per il Milan. Numero
Well, this looks
7.
promising in terms of distance and angle.
Ibrahimovic.
Yeah, that's such a good position too.
Il numero 13, Ronaldinho. Il numero 9, Filippo Inzaghi.
Rooney! Denied by a great piece of goalkeeping.
Absolutely terrific, terrific reflexes, goalkeeping at its very best.
And that's been intercepted.
That was well played, well stopped.
A game with so much to recommend it. Fabulous contest, but still no clear winner.
It's a very open game and an exciting watch. There are no signs of nerves or chaos.
There's the header! He will be livid with himself. Howson gathers from the goal kick, knocks it into space. It's a good run down the left-hand side. Can he get it through? Nicely worked. He has a look up.
Well, that might be that, Peter. Maybe both sides just going to have to settle for the draw now. They're avoiding the blatantly obvious by not getting the ball into the opposition box. That's where it has to be.
And that's a dangerous ball. Filippo Inzaghi driving on and making good progress. Now it's Kaká. Nedved. He has found the way through. Oh, it's played into the... He rises! Oh, that's incredible! And that may just do it! Devoid of any complexity, but boy, was that certain.
Well, I don't think he could have asked for a better ball in there, Peter. All he had to do was get in position.
And that's that. What a terrific response it was to adversity. What a fantastic game from those players. What unity, what joy. That was so very, very good. Nedved taking in the accolades, having been named man of the match, and deservedly so. So a dramatic game decided in its very last moments.
Well, this looked like it had a draw written all over it, Peter, so...
Well, football is, of course, ultimately just a game, but for the next 2 hours, it might not feel like that. The stadium is full of noise and energy. This certainly matters. Well, colour and passion just oozing from the stands here. These fans love their football, and we're about to be dished up a feast of it.
Well, if you did just miss it, we are up and running already. Serginho making his 200th appearance today. I guess that's the most significant team news.
Yeah, he's the mainstay in this team, Peter, and his value can never be underestimated. One of the first names on the team sheet, a priceless asset.
Now it's Saka. Cannavaro. Araujo. Ball played for Nesta. Plays the return pass. Ibrahimovic tries leading the charge, but he's having to go it alone. That is a jarring tackle, but apparently nothing wrong with it. Serginho. Pretty cagey early on from both sides. And it's Bellingham. Vieira. And this is... It's Luis Suarez! That's a half-decent try.
Yeah, I think he's going to be a bit disappointed with that, Peter. You would have fancied him to at least hit the target.
Now it's Hullet. Oh, he's going to be disappointed with that. Distributed tidily. Oh, that's really good play on the right. He's driving forward. First quarter of an hour gone. Bellingham. And that interception was most necessary.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Milan are still to register a shot on target. As a matter of fact, a shot of any type. And he welcomes it in, and he's managed to get free. Luis Suarez! Now that is commitment to the cause. Arsenal with the corner, there first. Hullet tries to clear. And now a sudden chance to counter. It's a pretty loose pass. Suarez running with the ball. Can he get on the end of this? And he's onside.
Well, he got rid because he was under pressure.
That has been slung wide. And it's been given away. Serginho. And he was quick to react. Arsenal are looking lively here. They're playing with more zest, more purpose.
They are, and it's all because of the movement we're seeing down the flanks.
Oh, terrible pass. Oh, he's felt that, hasn't he? Milan have a free kick. And that's going to be a booking. Chiellini. And it's Rijkaard. Played into space. Well, a glitch with the rangefinder there, and evident annoyance.
Yeah, he just didn't seem to get enough on the pass, Peter, did he?
And here's Suarez. And he whips. Up he goes! Fair attempt, just the wrong outcome.
De Jong certainly knows that he's missed a real chance there, but he can't dwell on that. He needs to pick himself up and move on.
Rijkaard.
It's a good spell of possession, this. Suarez with the challenge, and he has given away a free kick. And it's Rijkaard. Rui Costa can see things others simply cannot. Spread out to the left. Well timed, excellent interception. And no, that was never going to make it. And he skips past his man. And this is Rui Costa. And a chance! Goal! Milan! And Milan have the lead. And a trademark move ends with the inevitable classy finish.
Just when they thought they may be in at one end, they end up shipping a goal at the other, and it's all due to wonderful counter-attacking. They hardly had time to even react, and there's only one word to describe that: clinical.
Tries a shot! And he's really put himself on the line here. Arsenal have their second corner now. Last-ditch defending, but that'll do. Vieira. That is good pressure, just hounded him off it. The only breakthrough then came late in the first half here, and that is the difference. 1-0 the score. And this is Ibrahimovic. Neymar. Neymar going full tilt down the left. And that's been intercepted.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
And it's Serginho. That is good strength. And the half-time whistle goes. So a steady, solid and more than satisfactory first half. They've got the lead, and that gives them something to build on after the break. What have we learned from the first 45 minutes?
Well, it's obvious, Peter, that this team was set up to play on the break, and their opponents pretty much played right into their hands, so no wonder they've got their tails up at half-time.
Milan, the happier of the teams, heading in for half-time, 1-0 up. Whistle goes, and we start the second half. Milan carrying a one-goal lead. Oh, well played, well sorted out. Vieira. Bellingham. He's found some space. Shot a goal! It's loose now, and they want to get it back. Chooses to go back. There's a beautiful simplicity about this contest. Willing running on one side, dogged defence on the other. Well, that's a booking, always looked it. Nedved. Chiellini. Tries to pass it through. Now it's Bellingham. Saka. Nicely weighted ball. Shoots! Loose ball now, and there's a chase on to retrieve it.
He has saved the goalkeeper's blushes there. What great defending.
And the shot! It's bounced back off the post. It's in! They have hauled themselves right back into it.
Well, it looks like we have ourselves a real game here now, Peter. They've been rewarded for their courage, for their attitude, for their application, and now they'll want another.
He'll take that. Perhaps not the prettiest, but they all count.
That's really good anticipation too, Peter. Just instinctively knew where the ball would be and where he needed to put himself.
And that has added a whole new complexion to the game.
Well, this is to be expected, Peter. When you've got two strong teams of fairly equal standing, the outcome should all come down to finishing.
Great ball if he can get there. Oh, the less said about that pass, the better. Oh, that's a key interception. Chooses to go cross-field. Saka. Oh, good read.
That was well played, well stopped.
Now it's Bellingham. Bellingham really struggling to influence the game.
They're just trying to negate his influence, and it looks like whatever it takes.
Gullit. Well read, and the danger is averted. Knocks it into space. Pass is just off target. Rijkaard. Rijkaard is always scanning the pitch for targets. And it's Gullit. Now he's got space here. Oh, that's been cut out, well played. Thuram. Ball played for Rijkaard. Now it's Gullit. And it's Nedved. Gullit. That's Rijkaard. Goes looking wide. And it's Rijkaard. Well seen, saw that coming. Luis Suarez. Now it's Neymar. And that's been intercepted.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
Oh, played through for the wide man. And he's had it nicked away. That's a good run down the left. Tries to play it through. And it's Vieira. Vieira. There he goes, motoring forward. It's run loose. Who's going to get there?
Arsenal clearly are pushing for the win here, Peter. It's making...
He's having a go! They've got to be quick to recover this. Luis Suarez, played out wide. He's making a real surge on the left. Oh, what has happened here? Gullit. This is intriguing. Next goal critical.
Well, a goal either way at this stage would qualify as a steal.
Sostituzione per il Milan. Numero 14.
So, time for changes on both sides, actually.
Numero 7. Numero 23. Numero 8. Lasciano il campo per il numero 9.
It's not an especially good pass, that.
Il numero 11.
Baresi.
Il numero 13. Ronaldinho.
It's a good ball out wide. Now the delivery. Nesta attempts a clearance. And it's Nedved. It's Inzaghi! And that's straight down the keeper's throat.
Filippo Inzaghi really isn't likely to reflect kindly on that. He doesn't need to be told, he knows.
Played out to the left flank. Rivaldo. Driving on and making good progress. Shot, can he finish? Oh, it's fallen loose again! Yes, he's done it! And that has raised the roof! Some heroic goalkeeping. but even that couldn't save them this time.
Look, that's one of the first things you learn, whether you're a striker or not. Just anticipate a goalkeeping parry or spillage, and sometimes you'll get lucky, it'll come your way.
And when the manager called on him, he was only too happy to repay that. And that's it. Milan played more than a part in what has been a very exciting game. A game that began so promisingly from their perspective, but they are leaving here.
you